Hello, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and welcome everybody. We can see Kazia and Willie, one Wheelie Boy. You will never know. Hello, hello. And we are live, obviously. It is Monday, the 5th of November. Holy cow. And so let's see. Today is a little bit unusual because I'm going to be working on a commission. Yeah, whoop whoop. Hey, Emberden. How's it going? I'm working on a commission for a client who has a bunch of, what are they called? They're called Discworld figures, and it's a diorama, and you can kind of see I've started working on it. You can see the water coming off the disc, and I've got a bunch more on this side to fix. The client originally wanted me to put, I had to cut these bases off the minis, because they originally wanted to be able to remove the bases so they could play with them. Then I showed them the work in progress and they said it wasn't working for them and to just go ahead and put them on. So I just spent a few minutes cutting off the bases and filling in the top of the diorama. I'll show you what I used. Where did it go? Here it is. So I used some Vallejo brown earth. This is what I used. And let me do overhead so you can see this is how it looks all kind of filled in. I had to even cut down the edges and stuff because it was little circles that were cut out. Now on the back, you can see I've got like a little base on here so it'll rest. He originally asked if I could do like the whole turtle and the elephants, and I said, I'm not a sculptor, I'm just a painter. I know, Discworld, yes. Hey, Lake Crasher. You got your scale 75, awesome. Which ones did you get? Almost Christmas, yes. There's no turtle. I couldn't sculpt, and I told him, I said, well, just do the disc. I can do that. So he can imagine there's a turtle under there, right? So, and here are some of the minis. Like I said, I had to cut off the bottoms just today. That one I didn't paint myself. He sent that one to me, but I did touch it up, and I did copy the pattern work on this wizard. And then this guy here, you can see him. And this is Granny Weather Wax, and I really like how her face turned out. She came out really good. Let me see if I can get some better lighting. There we go. I got my focus down on my mat here because that's primarily where we're working today. So you won't be able to see if I pull them close as easily because it'll be a little blurry. There's luggage. Yay, Whippoorwill Games. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I want you guys to look right here where my finger is pointing. I've got a bar right here for the sub goal because when we get to this number unlocked right here, this is sub points, not subscribers. So for instance, Whippoorwill Games just subscribed, and so that gives us, he's subscribed with Twitch Prime. So that gives us 1 point. So we went up to 179, and now we're at 180. And for every level 1, we get like 1 point. I think for every level 2, we get 2 points, but every level 3, we get 6 points. So it's really not going to be too hard to get to those last points with a few things. And then once we reach that 225 right there, we will be getting a new emote, and we'll be working together on figuring out what kind of emote we'd like. Yeah, there is a wizard. There's a bunch of wizards. Check this one out. This is little Errol. He's the little dragon. You guys remember him from Discworld and remember luggage? I love the teeth on this. Here he is on the back. And look can you see the little eyes? Isn't that cool? And sort of like a tongue, kind of. And of course, he's got all the feet. Yes, Whippoorwill Games, thank you so much. We're going to hype that. Let's give everybody hype for Whippoorwill Games. Everybody, I want everybody hyping the people who are helping us reach our goal. That would be so awesome. Thank you for yes, we got nice texture. This is already curing. It's already not, so it's great. So this is Vallejo Brown Earth. Oh, Lake Crasher, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Let's give some more hype to Lake Crasher. In case Keziah just gave that to Lake Crasher. Oh my gosh, let's give hype to both of them. Keziah, there we go, and hype Lake Crasher for being able to have that wonderful. Now you can use those emotes, Lake Crasher. Woohoo! That's awesome. So now we're at 181. That's awesome. I'm excited. Yay. Hey, Ash Kedlane. That's great. So this was, I'm going to show you guys how I did all the effects so far for this. So like I said, this is curing already. And when this stuff dries, it's like a cement. It's really great. A colored, slightly gritty paste of acrylic resin, pigment, and microparticles. Applied with a brush or spatula, the product is easily shaped to render churned up mud and terrain of all kinds and conditions. It's also used for rust, weathered metal textures, dries in 30 to 45 minutes. That's fast, and it cleans up with water. I love it. Wish you hadn't spent all your cash on D&D. That's okay. You know what? Everybody watching right now is helping the stream. And if anybody helps out in additionally with a subscribe, then I am additionally happy. But every little bit you guys do is really appreciated. All right, I want to show you something. You want to make sure to get the lids of these things very tight because, like I said, this stuff dries really fast. And it comes in a whole bunch of different colors. I always try to keep this. There's like a little insert thing here. Let me see if I can pick it out. I always try to keep this in here. It seems like it keeps the stuff from drying out just a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna screw that on very tight because this does not have a long shelf life once you get it opened. I mean, unless you get it really tight. So that cost, hold on, I'll tell you the price. Is there a price tag? Hold on, I'm going to show you some other ones that I've got. So this one is the brown earth. And I also have dark earth, which it doesn't, it's kind of gray. I'm not like, it's not as dark as I would like. You look at that, it looks gray. See how nice and creamy it looks? That's because it hasn't had a chance to dry out whatsoever. Because I had the lid on tight. And then this, so okay, $12.79 was about how much. This is oxide paste. And I don't know why, but the oxide paste is a little bit, see, and I keep that on there. See how that looks? This stuff is what James Wapple uses. He's the one who showed me about it. And it dries like really well. And I use this to like start everything. Yeah. Okay, I'm missing chat. Sorry guys, let me go back and read some of this. Yeah. Leo earth texture are your favorite. And I just got some on my mouse. Look at that. I'm going to set that aside so I don't keep, I'm really bad about getting stuff everywhere. I wanted to show you guys this. This is almost the same thing. I got this from a hobby store, so it's probably more than you would pay at the art store. It's $13.09 from Bobby's Hobby House. Hold on, I want to show you this. So all of those already have pigment in them. This one doesn't, but look at, it's almost the same thing. But then you can paint it after the fact, right? Or you can add pigment to it. It's like I said, it's very similar. And I use this a lot. If you have Warhammer figures, this stuff is great for making that kind of like textured-y base stuff. I love it. Yeah. I'll make sure to try to put this down in my Shoshie Recommends because I like it. Okay, and then I've got a couple other things. This is Vallejo Extra Heavy Gel. It's $15.79. And I can use this for water effects. See if it's open. I know I have it. I thought it was open. Maybe I haven't used it yet. I think maybe I haven't used it. No. Yeah, I've used it. I think. Anyway, that's the heavy gel. Hold on, I'm going to show you what else. These are basically all the three same things. One Wheelie Boy uses Citadel's version of gray stuff with a wash of nulling oil. Looks really nice for asphalt. Awesome. Hello. Okay, so this is Liquitex Professional Gloss Gel. I don't have a price on this either, but I think it's like only like $9. And then this is Vallejo Water Effects. And guess what? They're all just about the same thing. They're really not that much different. So this one was $14, set $25. That one I got in Texas, obviously at Just for Fun. And I don't remember where I got these. I think I got this one at the art store. But you pretty much, I mean, I'm going to be using the water effects. That's just because that's what I've already used on here. The water effects, so these do too, especially, see, It says fluid, so no, it's thick, it's gloss, and it's transparent. You can see the transparent right there. And this is extra heavy gel, and this is dries transparent also, and really glossy. We should do an experiment, shall we? Let's do a little experiment. I'm gonna do all 3 with these. I'm gonna make my little thingamabobs. This is how I start my water drips, is I get some plastic, what do you call it? What do you call this stuff? Blister pack. And I'm just gonna cut the sides off here, because I don't really need the bendy parts. And this one piece should get me a whole lot of little drips. Science. Are they different use? That's what we're going to find out, Black Skull. We're gonna do an experiment and see how they all dry. I think it'll be really good for people to see. I'm all about experiments and learning, because we can do one of each. Okay, so I'm going to throw these away. I'm going to set my minis up here so they don't get in the way and they don't get any goop on them. That would be bad. Only one of those you have is water effects. Need the dark brown earth. Yeah. Okay, so I've got my clear plastic, and I can kind of measure. I don't want my drip to go down to the floor too much, so I'm going to cut it right about here so that it'll be the same length. There we go. And then you saw a super talented historical model on YouTube do a sunken tank. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, okay, so those historical models, they know their stuff. And I think that's where I got this idea. So I'm just going to cut out kind of a wavy shape that looks sort of like a drip, like that. And then I might want to make it a little bit more pointed. It's good enough. See that? All right. Then I use my super glue, which is, I'm running out of super glue. I might have to see if I have any left here. And then I'm going to glue it in between. Here we go. Perfect. And that should stick right away. And I'm trying to keep it a little bit straight. And then I'm going to do a couple more. Hello, yes, this is a Shoshie Watch and Learn. This is a Shoshie Learning. Hey, Mr. Snowiak. One of the nice things about these types of like basing, streams is that I get to interact with you guys so much more, because I don't have to constantly be paying attention. We're on a mission from Glod. Yeah, I recognize that reference. Oh my gosh, been a while. Hello. Okay, that one I'm going to stick right there. Now, for these shorter dips and bips, or whatever you want to call the drips, those were just the gel by itself. See that? That glues right on there. Now let's do a third one for the third thingy. And this one I'm going to have a double point. You know what I mean? Okay, so that one has a double. Can you guys see that at all? There we go. You can see that. I make it a little shorter. There we go. See? Hi, Pascal Ruse. How are you? We're here. I need to see it. This is a little bit too lumpy. I've got an X-Acto. Where'd it go? Isn't that funny? Just when you need something. Wow, typical me, huh? I threw everything on top of my mouse and on top of everything. I'm just gonna clip it. We'll clip it so that it's not quite so. There we go. And then we can glue it right on right there. Perfect. Maple Leaf Magic. Nice cover. Wait, that covers nicely with the water effects. Yes, exactly. That's what we're going to be doing. We've got 3 different types of gel, and we're going to show everybody to see if they're going to be any different from each other. Because if they're all the same, then just buy the cheapest one. So you'll be able to tell. Okay, so we got all 3 on there. Okay. Those are sticking pretty nice. I'm going to use just a smidge of Instaset just to make sure I don't end up putting any super glue on my brushes of any kind. Okay. And then I need a old brush. Here we go. I have all these craft brushes and stuff that I like to use. All right, so which one do you guys want to use first? I think maybe let's use the water effects first, because that's the one I've been using all over the whole thing. Typical everyone. Yeah, good. I'm not the only one. All right. So there's that little lid, and I already have ink in here, which is because I'm a messy, lazy painter that doesn't rinse off, and I figured since I mostly use this for water effects anyway, that it wouldn't matter that much. So we'll know for sure that this is the blue inky one. And I'm just going to make sure to... All of the rest of this was using this water effects. Mocha's Minis! Hello, girl! Guys, follow Mocha's Minis. She is a mini painter. She's really good. She's on Instagram. She's on Twitter. Aren't you on Twitter? Are you also on... She's also on Instagram. But yes, Mocha, hello. All right, and I want that to look like pouring water. How are you? Yeah, you got to catch me streaming. I'm gonna put it on both sides just so I want to cover the edges. I don't want the edges to look flat. I'm gonna put a little bit on some of these too, over there. All right, that one. So see, make sure to get it on the edge and a little bit in the middle too. We're building a diorama for Discworld, and so the water needs to look like it's falling off the flat earth. You shall further sing the praises of Mocha. Yeah. Okay, I need to make sure to put this lid on tight. You're really white. Oh, interesting. Wheelie Boy, never heard of that. Oh, I wonder if is it frosting on you? We're gonna use the Liquitex next. Super Sarah, how's it going? Auntie Shoshie, Hideous Kojimbo. I can't get this one open. Hold on. I have to use my super strength. Ah, got it. Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay, so see how this looks different. Well, kind of. Actually, I lied. It looks very similar. It's got, look at how much more, I like how it has more, it's firm, right? I can sculpt it a little bit more. Wow, look at that, how thick that is. That's the liquid gel, that's the gloss gel. You barely need to mess with that at all. Holy cow. Nixton Minis, thank you so much for the subscription. Hey, happy anniversary. 17 months in a row. I can't believe it. So thank you so much for your support, Nixton. Guys, we need to hype. That's 17 months of supporting this channel. And he's been subbing at the tier 3 level. Do you guys look right up above? Whoops, wait. Right up above, right here where my finger is. he's been subbing. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna. I need to give some hype. Yay! Thank you. Think you may walk across the street and see if the craft store has affordable corrugated cardboard for the roof of your Japanese tea house. That's awesome. Mocha's Minis. Oh my gosh. Mad love, girl. Oh my gosh, mad love. So, hi from Mocha's Minis, guys. Oh my gosh. Now, do you see how up here it went up to 182? That's because Mocha's a new subscriber. And that's what gets us to our 225 goal. Yes. When we unlock that 225, we get a new emote. And now you get all the emotes too. Hi, pipe. All right, so far, look at this. This is the liquid text gel, and I'm saying, guys, so far, this one is winning me over the most. I want it to look like water going down this way. Okay. That stuff is very thick. I'm making water, but I'm making it in kind of drips shapes. I'm not sure if I'm going to fill in every single gap or not. We might fill in every single one. For now, I want it to look like stuff is pouring off the edges. All right, the last one we're going to use is this extra heavy gel, which I think is going to be the same as this one. Remember to put the lids on tight or you will have dried up gel really quick. The great Atuan would approve. Thick, yes. Wait, I noticed, did I miss Flickster? What did I miss? Hold on. Yes, hype for Flickster. Sorry, I need to, hold on one second. I'm going to be right back. My stream labels is not open. I just noticed. I'll be right back. There, I'm back. Oh, you brought 90 people. I see that now. And mad love to Judge Dave for following. Oh my gosh. Hi for Flickster for giving us that amazing host. Wow. Welcome. Flickster. Gamer Dad just subscribed. Thank you so much. 4 months in a row. This is a thing. Hey, you're fouling Judge Dave. Following. So let me get some hype to you, Judge. Oh, lots of hype. Hype. Riots in chat. All right. I just realized I really don't think this was open for heavy gel. It might have been open. So, somewhere I had a Bacto that sealed for your protection. What do you need protection from heavy gel for? First it's the bot and now it's the mic. What? Oh, did I? Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. There. I didn't have my mic on, Cajun Mage. What is this ice blue donut? So I will show you. This ice blue donut is the Discworld troll bait. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hi from Colorado. 4 months in a row. I'm actually going to be in Colorado on Wednesday in Colorado Springs. Forever Night. 2 months in a row. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, you guys, this is awesome. Subtrain. So yes, this is the Discworld without the elephant and the turtle because I'm not a sculptor, but I can make a Discworld. So, Lutinas, thank you so much for joining us for the little bit. Oh, it's you, the Colorado friend. That's right. That's right. I will see you on Wednesday. Flakester, don't troll me. You have to use the troll. You have to use the troll emote to troll me. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys. We have a troll emote in this channel. Only a few people have it, though. Hold on, I'll show it to you. This is Shoshie Troll. There. All right. So this is the gel I was going to try to use here. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Pratchett is the best. Okay, so I'm looking. This is similar to the Liquitex. I would say it's somewhere in between the Liquitex and the water effect. But look at, they're almost exactly the same. People trying to misrepresent. It's just that one. Actually, this is more like almost like a glue. You see how it's not adhering as nicely? Well, we'll try it and see how it works. Oh, I don't want to get any glue on the back of the base. Put some in the middle there. Can you guys see I'm wearing my Broncos shirt and hat? I'm all ready for Colorado. Okay. So far, I think the middle one is my favorite. Well, we just need to see how those are going to dry. What's my favorite Discworld novel? Balthor and Ilian. I'm embarrassed to say because honestly, I didn't get through the whole series. I think I got to Mort, which was when he was getting his, stride on, and that's about when I didn't get a chance to. Your concern is that we'll come out looking more like ice. Well, wait till, do you see how this has white dry brushed on it? That's what's going to make it look like water. I'm hoping, because if you look over here on the tops parts, we're gonna dry brush white all over it, and maybe even paint to make it look like water. Because this to me looks like water. It doesn't look like ice, especially because it looks like moving water. They take a while. They take a while to dry clear, but I thought we have 2 hours. Let's see what this says. Does it say how long it takes to dry? Dries transparent, avoid freezing, don't freeze it. Let's see what this stuff says. None of them is going to tell me how long it takes to dry, is it? Oh, 24 hours. So the water effects, one applied, can be peeled off and cut or folded to desired size. Maybe we should do that. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Maybe we should just add this to the thing and then peel it and cut it. Skip to soul music? I'm confused. Oh, I see. Skip to soul music. Okay. Somebody told me to read more. Don't start with, because I've read The Light Fantastic and I read Color of Magic, and I really loved both of them. And somebody was saying, yeah, but those aren't the best of the books. Like, those were kind of more silly, campy, satirical. But his world was all built by the time he made Mort. Okay, so this is me trying to make some water to... I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. We'll just make some water effect that I will then cut out. So... then I'll set this aside and let it dry. And of course it falls down on the carpet face down. Luckily, it did not get into the carpet. It hopefully did not get too much carpet fibers in it either. Water's falling off into space and gravity is off where it falls off the flat planet. Flowing it all in the same direction, yeah. This is you doing well. I'm not sure. We'll find out what am I doing? Yes, that is exactly. Yes, Sarah just nailed it on the head. This is how I work. I try different things. I play around, experiment, and you get to see me fail in public, right? You get to see me figure stuff out. And so far, I'm pretty happy with the results over here. I want to show you guys. So I've got a brush covered with goo. I need to dry this or take all that off. See if I can clean my brush out enough. Okay, and I want to show you, this is how I got, and this is already curing really nice. I'm not going to glue in the minis because I'm worried that I'll just get stuff all over them. Carpet fibers will add character. Yes. All right, so this is my secret weapon, is Winsor & Newton Artisan Water Mixable Oil Colors. It does take a little bit longer to dry than an acrylic, but not as long as an oil. So I'll put this on my palette. I don't need much. And I want to show you what I'm going to do here. I have a synthetic brush. Where's my mop brush? Here it is. You guys, this is Kirill taught me this. This is a Cotman Winsor Newton. It's called a mop. And see how it's got, you can use a makeup brush probably too, as long as you have a nice fluffy. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. You have a set of these? Awesome. And I have, I just got gel on my thumb. It's okay. Make a little drip with that here. Ah. This is why I have paper towels. This is me working on a commission in front of you guys because I have to go to Colorado. My uncle passed away on the day before Halloween, and he was my dad's last relative of that generation. My dad passed away 2 years ago, and then my aunt passed away like 2 years before that. And so nobody, like just cousins, that's all I have left on that side. It's just cousins. So yeah. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. I'm on antidepressants already for seasonal affective disorder, so it's not like hitting me like maybe it would, because all my emotions are kind of like kind of stunted. Oh, thank you so much. Go Paint just subscribed. Thank you so much for 2 months in a row. Mad love. Let's give some hype. Hold on. I know. It is really sad. It's just not hitting me. And I know like it will. Maybe when I go to Colorado, because it doesn't feel real because he lives far away. But my cousin was an only child, and so yeah, Ray, exactly. Orcrist, oh my gosh, thank you for the raid. Trini raid, thank you so much. Mika Levice is now following. Oh my gosh, thank you. Let's give some hype to Orcrist. Mad love. There we go. I'm doing well, Orcrist. We're just talking about how I'm going to Colorado on Wednesday. After that, I'm going to a workshop that Matt DiPietro from Contrast Minis it's going to be kind of a weird week. So I won't be streaming Wednesday or Friday because I'll be out of town. But I wanted to let you guys, full disclosure on what I was going to be doing. So I'm like going straight from Colorado to this workshop, which is going to be kind of weird. Like I said, I'm a little blunted right now, so that's why I'm like totally functioning. I don't know. It happens. The thing about my uncle is that he was the kind of guy that just really like, he would never want anybody to be sad or to, he just accepted all kinds of different stages of life and death and everything. He was very serene and, zen about stuff. I want you to see. So this is Yes, hype to everybody. This is the water mixable oils that I was showing people. Where did I put it? Right here. Water mixable oils, and it blends like a dream. Okay? But it also is what we're going to be putting. I'm just kind of almost like a dry brush on top of my water effect. You know what I need before I do that? I need water. Hold on. Oh. Where's my colors? This is what I need. Bearing blue. I was going to paint my drips so that they are all kind of bluish. The nice thing about the water mixable oils is you can kind of mix. You can kind of mix the, so the bearing blue is going to be the actual, there we go, water. So it won't look completely clear and hopefully not look like ice. And then we can go over that. That's why it was like looking strange to me, is because I need that. Did you miss? What did you miss? Hold on, let me check what you said. You missed it. Who's the base for? The base is for a client, Artie Wolf. And it's for these Discworld minis that we're going to be putting on it. I took them off their original bases. They had some bases. Here's Granny Weather Wax. There's guys, and then here's luggage. These are all from the Discworld series. Oh, there's a little piece of something. Yeah, it is big. But I wanted it to feel like a world, right? You know, generally if you're going to do a competition base, you don't want such a large base. But I wanted to have an expansive feeling for this. And so, yeah, it is big. Mind if you post a link to what you were working on? Sure, Orcrist. Please go ahead. You can. You can't post directly. You have to send it to Artie Wolf or myself or Super Sarah, one of the mods, so that we can take a look at it. And I'm painting these icicles, or not. See, now they're not icicles. They're waterfalls. Waterfalls. We're going to call them waterfalls. There we go. Yep, I know how that goes. So, oh, see, this was not... I wiped off half the gel. You guys can see my craftsmanship. It usually needs a little work. All right, I'm going to hold it that way. You can see me. This is the bearing blue. Yeah, that looks way better. It's starting to look like water. Once we put the white on top, it will absolutely look like water. Hang on one second. I need more blue. So what did everybody do this weekend? Anything fun? What did we do? I went to see the movie, mid-90s movie, and it was really good. It was way better than I expected, and I really enjoyed it. If you grew up in the 90s, or were a kid in the 90s, you'll especially appreciate it. It's shot, I think it's shot on 34 by 34. And so it's like very period, but without being overly nostalgic, I feel. Bohemian Rhapsody, I heard it was really good. It's like, don't go into it seeing it's like it's a documentary. Go into it seeing like it's a movie. That's what I heard about Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay, new brush. This is gonna, oh, that is, see, I didn't wash my brush. Don't do this. Don't do this to your brushes, guys. Let me see if I can clean it. Aw, you were in sick. I'm so sorry, Artie Wolf. I hope you're feeling better soon. Playing D&D for like the 14th, and yesterday painted miniatures today. Ah, very cool. That sounds like a blast. Evolve. Okay, I'm getting this brush cleaned out. See how much nicer it is. When Wheelie Boy says we did the dorm costume party and got absolutely blasted and then slept until 1 p.m. What did you go as, One Wheelie Boy? Sounds like a blast. Okay, brush is all clean. Thank God I got it. Now I'm going to add some of the white. This dries really fast, so see, we can just dry brush that on. It feels like falling water. See that? You can make, and it could look like ice. What we can do is we can spray a gloss coat over it so it'll look more like water once we finish. I want to show you something here. I'm going to put this, there we go, to keep the brush strokes out. I can take this little blendy brush, blend, 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 blend. See how that's softened out? I like that. Yeah, it does bring out the texture and it makes it feel more like water and not like white, what do you call those? White water. I want it to look like white water. Which makes me think I need to make it more white than it already is so that it doesn't look like ice. So this right here looks like paint. Let's see what happens when I do the little fuzzy brush on it. It seems to smooth out quite a bit. That looks better. Better. And I'm going to kind of, this is called stippling, where I kind of just tap. This is my, what is it called when the beach foam? This is what I want. I want this to look like beach foam right here. And then you went and painted an orc. You went as a generic soldier, numbered 1625, because your theme was Full Metal Jacket, the movie. Oh, that's very cool. That's funny. There's a little bit of, there we go. Now I can take this brush again, and it just really softens everything, so it doesn't look like as much like brush strokes. Yes, thank you, Casual Painter. I'm basically trying to soften the transition between the earth and the water. I want it to be natural looking. So this, I want to show you something. This is called scumbling. That's basically the art term for kind of, it's like scribble, only you're not scribbling, right? It's called scumbling. And you can kind of scumble that on there, so it doesn't look like you got brush strokes. Does that blendy brush also work on minis? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, let me see if I have a mini to show you on. I have something that's painted. So, okay. Here's a mini. So for instance, this one is unpainted, but I hope it'll work. So let's say I want to put, oh, you're not going to be able to see that. Let me find one that has some priming on it. Here we go. This is perfect. This is perfect. All right, I've got a base. Look at that, it looks like a white lion. Okay, so let's say I want to paint the white on here, right? Now watch what happens when I do my little fluffy brush. It's like perfectly smooth. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now let's try a little paint, right? Let that dry for a minute, because that's just regular acrylic. Let's try a little red down here. You guys are like, what is she doing with that red? I want to show you what I'm going to do with the red. All right, let that dry. Hold on one second. Got to get the paint out of my brush. Oh no, your dorm mates were locked themselves out. That's funny. Stumbling. I know it does. It sounds like you're falling up the stairs. Yes. Best way to break up that transition is to add structure. That's a really good point, Maple. That's a really good point. I might have to do that. I don't want to add too much though, because I don't want to. You'll see. I'm going to add all kinds of like basing the leaves and all kinds of stuff. So we'll see. But I do like that idea of adding rocks and things. Mainly, I'm just using color for my transition right now with the white. So it's not a hard, I don't want it to have a hard transition. That's the main thing. Magic. But yeah, Maple Leaf has a really, really good point that I could add different, there we go. Okay. So this should be dry now. Good. Let's put some white on it. This is the water mixable oils, right? Now watch what happens when I blend it. Nice and smooth. See that? Well, there was still some wet paint. Have you ever seen that Almighty White? That's where he's rubbing off the white paint. Almighty White. So I'm getting all the dry. There we go. That's better. See, it's all fluffy again. Ah. It takes 24 hours for the gel to dry. Meanwhile, I'm keep sticking my fingers in it, which I should have thought about. That's okay. It's drying slowly. How many colors can I get the water mixable oils in? I believe a whole bunch. There's a whole set. I don't have a full set, but I have a lot of them. You know, just go to Michael's, I think, or you can go online or dickblick.com. Serenity's brush. Thank you so much for the follow. Yay. Thank you so much for joining us. We're painting on this base. All right. Now you can see we've got our kind of like a base for this, but I want the edges of the waves. So I'm going to do another little quick, almost like a dry brush. Yay, willkommen. Now these The other thing about the white is that because it's a water-based, there's a cat hair. Can you guys see that? We haven't had a cat hair in a while. We have a cat hair emote. Well, thanks for stopping by, Artie Wolf. There we go. So this is where the water gets rough on the edges here because it's falling. White water. Yeah, it does take a little while for that to dry, so that looks better. Meow, exactly, cat hair. So it's, yeah, so they're called alkyds. Have you ever heard of alkyds? It's somewhere like in between an oil and an acrylic. It's like a totally different kind of formula, right? All right, I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna reapply more. How fast does it dry compared to traditional oil? It may be like a day, Balrog. I don't think it takes nearly as long. So yeah, and if it's thin like this, that's actually drying already. You can also like kind of force dry it by putting dull coat over the top of it. It kind of seals it. It doesn't take long once the dull coat's on there. All right. Now, let's see. Let's place to see how things are going to look in the dio. We're going to have luggage over here with Errol. And I think Granny Weatherwax is going to be, no, I'm going to put her in the middle, staring at the boys. We've got 3 male wizards. I'll put this guy in the middle. And then this one. Kind of turn them a little bit so that you can kind of almost see your way through the diorama when you're, it's not bad. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. See that? Now we have a place to put his feet. Okay, good. Those look good. Dragon is big? Is he? I don't think so. I think he's little. Oh yeah, are you being facetious? Oh, your dragon. Yeah. Oh yeah, that dragon is insanely big. I think I mentioned to you how I don't think I could paint it because let me check the link, because I would just get bored painting it after a while. Let me see. So check, Artie Wolf posted that Orchris link. This is what Orchris is working on. Yeah, he's painting this Maldrakar from Reaper Minis, which yeah, you should credit that. Yeah, there he is, Maldrakar. It's huge, 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 huge. It's a big, like 5-headed dragon. There's so much work to do on it. So what is going in the middle, Amberden, is the minis are going to go in the middle. I just placed them. We just got done placing them. And so now I'm going to put more of these little things on. Where did I put the rest? Oh yeah, we set it aside. So it's going to be able to be clipped. Where's my scissors? Here we go. So we can just cut the edges off and make some more drips. one of the things I thought, you know, you guys might get a kick out of is kind of seeing behind nothing Amberden. I'll put like probably like grass tufts and some other, you know, basing and stuff, but they're, does you have any ideas of what could go in the middle? Off to sleep. Thank you so much, Gablath. Gabalth. I mispronounced it. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yeah, I don't have any ideas for what to go in the middle. Except for maybe like kind of like what one person was saying about how I could do different sticks and rocks and things. But I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to distract too much from the minis. We've already got quite a lot going on. How about making a small mountain range with snow caps? But then we're getting into issues with scale, Amberden, because the minis are so big, and we've already got the scale of the water, right? If we made a mountain range, it wouldn't be to scale with the minis. So that's my dilemma. You know, it's not an easy project at all. Trees might be a possibility. That might be possible. Again, we get into scale. Red Sea opening type of sea, sand and fish. So this is sort of what the client actually envisioned, and this is what they showed me. I think they wouldn't mind having some mountains or some kind of trees or something, but I'm pretty sure they don't want. Erica TH, thank you for following. I'm pretty sure they don't want any kind of what do you call it? Red Sea. Kind of relief, but in smaller relief than the minis, not in scale. So the minis are giants walking in the Discworld. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not what I had envisioned, Amberden. You know, I kind of have what the client already the client sent me pictures. Here, I'm going to show you what the client sent me. See? And so you know, we could do something small like that. But this is what I'm kind of going for. Without the turtle and without the elephants. Let's see if I got another picture to show you. So here again, we don't really see any mountains. He wanted sort of a landmass and water, and then water coming off the edges. But you know what I'm saying? Welcome, Erica. How are you? I'm just showing my stream here. This is a commission that a client asks me to do. So when we're interpreting a commission, especially one where the client kind of has some idea already what they want, it gets really tricky because we get into what the artist's vision is versus what the client's vision is, and we kind of have to follow pretty close to what the client wants. Yeah, like a mini topographical map. I like that idea. And I think when I do get the minis and everything in, that's probably what it'll look like. Siga MCSD. I think I said that right. Yeah, thank you so much, Kazia. I knew if I showed you guys that you would be giving me ideas and questioning where I was going with things, and Sometimes that can be a good thing, and sometimes it can just make things a little bit more confusing and complicated, right? Like I said, I have to try to follow what the client wants ultimately. Ah, it's yours. Awesome. Okay. Okay, Sigum. Now, Sigum gets to just, yes, this is your commission, right? So you get to decide how it looks for the most part. Magic backwards. That's great. I should have guessed. So people think it looks really cool so far, Sigum. It's your minis, and I do think it is turning out really nice. We did fill this in. This had the original. This had like little holes in it that the models placed with their bases, and I took the models off their bases, and so they're ready to just get glued on to this. Well, this is still curing, so I can't glue it on yet. And then we're gluing on more water. Gluing on more water. Uh-oh, I just noticed something. Hold on one second. Yeah, Amberden, Sigum is the owner of this commission, so they get the final say. And then let me see this picture Amberden sent me. Maybe it'll give me some ideas. So we're gonna do like he said, a mini topographical map. Oops, what did I just do? Give me 1 second. Yoo-hoo. Oh my goodness. You sent me a couple images. Yeah, Amberden, that's very similar to the, okay. So, the trouble with the topographical map is then we get into the minis and I don't know, so, bear with me, I'm gonna get my Vallejo Earth texture here. Got some more of this. So I'm gonna, if I make it short enough, if I make the quote unquote mountains short enough, it could work. Let me find an old brush. There's a brush. Okay. So this stuff, kind of have to almost like sculpt it, right? We're gonna make a little mountain range here. You see how I'm pulling it down? It'll look like a mountain. And then when it gets painted, it'll look even better, I think, too. Because we can paint it to have like a little peaks, little mountain peaks. Okay, give me 1 second here. Switch back to my dashboard. Now my screen froze. There we go. Okay. Oh, is it time to stretch? Perfect. Okay, good. I'm glad that you like that. I like it too. Make that a little bit higher. Give me 1 second and we'll do a stretch. I gotta get my mountain range going. I like that actually a lot. This is gonna be fun. So let's look at that from a, look at that. How cool is that? Make that peak a little bit higher. There we go. That feels like a mountain. That one does. Perfect. Okay. Now we can do a quick stretch. Let me do one more little bit of rolling foothills over here. A little bit of a I like that. Look at that. Yay, I'm so glad you saw it in your head. You were able to translate that. Awesome. Okay. I want to do a little bit more. A little bit over here. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I like it. Have to incorporate into the scenery. Yep. Oh, what am I using for the mountain? We're using brown earth by Vallejo, earth texture. Brown earth texture. That's what we're using. All right, it's time for a stretch. We need a small lake. We could do that. We could do it like a small lake over here. We'll have to wait until things dry a little bit because we can't put the water effect in until that is dry. But I like the idea of a small lake maybe over here. Let me see if I can push this around a little bit more. Make a depression. Once this cures, we'll be able to fit this in here. Let's make that through the, like a little valley. Okay, give me 1 second. We're gonna take a stretch break, everybody. Oops. Yep, all right, everybody get up, get out and stretch. Ah. Oh my goodness. It feels so good to stretch. Okay. Pick up your legs a little bit. Pick up your paint a little bit. Whew. Hey, Falcon Punch Drunk. How are you? Is the Vallejo it's very, yes, it's the same stuff. It's the same as the earth texture, exactly. And now I don't know where I put the lid. Did it fall off the floor? Did it fall down? So one way to make sure that your stuff dries out fast is to lose the lid. You remember that back in the Depression, oh, it found the lid. Yay. Okay, remember to put that on tight because this stuff really starts curing up once it gets air on it. This is the Discworld floor for the Central Mountain. Corey Celesti, jump to navigation, search the Central Mountain at the Discworld hub. Is the gray spire of gray stone and green ice is roughly 10 miles high. Wow. Suffice it to say, from the very top you can see to the rim due to the flatness of the disc. This can be achieved from the tops of fairly tall hills. Atop it sits Dunman and Feston, the home of the Discworld's gods. Oh, okay. The vast magical field Earth's itself constantly on this mountain. And at night it glows with cold fire. Oh my goodness. Phenomenon is attributed to the phoenix dancing. Both are true. Okay. I can see that. I'm going to put a little bit of blue down here so that I'll know where my water is going to go. A little bit of a lake here. If I can flatten this out a little bit. Oh, Central Mountain. I gotcha. I think we could add a Central Mountain. Let's see if I can do that. Ugh. Now I opened this too much. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get this out, get a little bit more of this texture, make a little more of a Central Mountain. I don't want to make it too big or else we will block the view of the minis from each other, right? But we can make it look like this particular mountain is a little bit taller than the rest, for sure. And we can also make it look more like a mountain and less like a little hill. There, it's a little bit more mountainous now. I like that. Ooh, hold on. Spear has quite a few of the Discworld minis. Awesome. Been in a box for years. Which one is this one? Do you guys know which mini is that? Somebody was telling me that he wasn't Rincewind. And I didn't know any different. Does anybody know this one? The rest I know. The rest I can recognize and pick out. I'm going to flip this around. Make sure I got both sides like textured how I want. It's already starting to cure. That's what's so nice about this stuff. This stuff dries very quickly, 30 to 45 minutes. Bursar, the Bursar. So what is his story? I don't know much about the Bursar. Any lore you can share? I'm gonna wipe that off. Was it Weird Brush was telling me all about the burster, but I don't remember anything now. Okay. That's starting to cure. Look at, I don't know if you can see this, but see how this is clear right here? That means that's starting to cure. One of these fell off. Nope, that's that one. Okay, that's another thing interesting to note is this third one. That must have been our, the Water Effects was first. It's curing. The second one was the gloss gel, the Liquitex, and it so far is drying the fastest. So far, it's my favorite, so I'm going to continue using more. Palooka paints, how are you? Sounds like your memory. How are you doing, Palooka? We're experimenting with some different things for this diorama. I'm going to put more of this gloss gel on here because it was working pretty well. What I had on here. You guys see that? Get some water effect. It'll look like water once it's all dried up. So you can build up. That's what I like about it is you can build on itself, right? And one thing you can tap and it makes it look like it's waves. Get the sides. I don't want to cover that up. Did I just get gel on my camera? I did. Fine, thanks. So this diorama is for a Discworld, basically a Discworld diorama that we're working on. And we've got a bunch of Discworld minis we're painting. We've already painted for it. And so now we're just building the water effect for the dripping disc, right? Put some in the middle there. Cover that up. And the more of this gel, this is like texture gel, you can put, and it'll look more realistic. Once it dries, of course. There's another piece over here. So once again, I want to tell you guys, I'm not going to be streaming Wednesday or Friday. Wednesday and Friday, actually. Well, it's Wednesday, I'll be in Colorado. And I'm just going to put a little gel because I think it'll look cool on top of the water effect. It'll make it look more like I've already got the paint, right? And if we put just a layer of the clear, it'll dry glossy and it'll look even more like wet water. Kind of do it in layers, right? It does. It makes a huge difference. Tell me, Cajun Mage, what do you think? It makes it feel more real, doesn't it? Now, once that dries, we should be able to see the blue underneath it. That's my little lake. That's too much right there. Ah! You can pick it up. So the fact that it's already drying glossy makes me like it. Thank you, Kazia. I'm glad that you like it. I'm really glad the client likes it. I'm glad that they popped into stream and told me how they feel about it. I really, when you're doing a commission and you're kind of feeling things out, it can be intimidating. But when a client is sitting there and saying, oh yeah, that's going the way I thought it would, and try doing this, and then you try it and then it works, and they're like, yes, it makes you feel really good. So what happened was when I did the paint over, now that really looks like water to me. It looks like rough water, but it looks like water. I like it. It's not calm water, but it's also falling over the edge of a Discworld, so it's not gonna be calm waters. It makes it look more like a world. I agree. Yeah, no, it does. All right, I'm cleaning my brush right now. I'll smooth this out just a smidge. We can add, I have some, what is it, water effect? Hold on, let me find. That's glaze medium, that's not what I want. I'll have to dig in a box and find my water effect and do my little lakes and stuff. Okay. Well, that's drying clear. I like that. All right. We need more of the drips. Did I stream how the ring of water was made? Yes, we're showing that right now, Balrog. So, oh, you mean how that ring was made? So what I did, whoops, I dropped my plastic. What I can show you, all I did was I put down a whole layer of the Vallejo earth. This stuff right here, hold on, I'll show you. I put down a layer of this, and then I made the center a little bit higher, but then I also put paint down so that it would have you'd be able to see through the transparent layers of this. You'll be able to see the blue, okay? And then when that was done, we took, not this one, really, I think these are really the same. This might be a little more heavy. This is like a medium gel, and this might be a light gel. So I took this and I added a little bit of ink. You can even see there's still ink. I added a little bit of ink, and I also added some Bearing Blue paint. Once it was dry, this is the Bearing Blue paint that I used, and I kind of scumbled it and, you know, colored the depths so that it felt like there was, so you can see how there's some of it looks bright because that's where the ink is, and some of it looks kind of opaque, and that's where the Bearing Blue is. So I mixed that, and then I dry brushed it. Dry brush is not quite the right term. We used the water mixable oil. Where's the oil? This is water mixable oil. And we just used a little bit of this white, and then scumbled it. And what was scumbling, I'll show you. Hold on, I'm going to set this over here so I'm not messing. Scumbling is when you take and you go like this. This is scumbling. It's like scribbling, but you're kind of creating, but you're only using the edge of the brush, so it's almost like dry brushing, but you're kind of texturing, right? This is this getting dry? This is probably still wet. Once this is dry, we'll scumble paint kind of like a mountain peak snow effect on that. I feel like that needs to be smooth. I'm going to use a little water because this is acrylic paint, so it will smooth out pretty nice with a little water. I don't want it completely brush textured. There we go. There we go. So yeah, that's how I did the ring. And then I've been gluing on little strips and drips of this kind of hard plastic that we cut from a blister pack. And I've just been super gluing them onto the sides. Where's my scissors? Everything is missing. All right, give me 1 second. Here's my scissors. I keep putting them back where they go, and then I keep losing them because I'm not expecting them to be where they go. So I cut out kind of like a wavy, not quite icicle shape, but I want it to look like a water drip shape, you know, like this, and then, right? And then I need that to be shorter, so I can just clip off the top like that. And then I can glue it to the side. Put it right there. And then glue it. And I don't know why, but it sticks right away. It's awesome. Then I take a little bit of this Instaset to just make sure that it's completely, it won't, you know, get into my brushes or anything. There we go. A little Instaset right there. And then let's repeat that until we get over to the edge here. We're almost done. Once this base is done, then I'm just gonna glue on the pieces of the minis, and then flock and like add, you know, different kinds of grass textures and things like that. But now that we've made sort of like a little topographical map, we may just paint instead, because obviously to scale you wouldn't have flock, right? Because flock would be huge unless you want the flock to represent trees. Okay. So I'm going to cut that and then make a little wavy piece. There you go. Whoa. That helps. I like to conserve the plastic and use like the negative pieces for the other directions. Does that make sense? There we go. A little bit of Instaset. And then we're going to put all of the same stuff. I'm trying not to get cat hair in this mini or in this dio. Very difficult because I have cats. I always guarantee at least one cat hair will come with your mini, so that way you won't be disappointed if you find one. Right, there we go. I like to make these little sharp pieces. That one I'll make going that direction. I'm trying not to see how they kind of bend inward. I want to pull them out a little bit so they drip straight down. But I will put the texture gel on top, so then by the time I put that on, it's already poking out so much that it's all right. All right. So make that one a long one. Make a double one. Woo! There's a double one. You guys see that? Turns out that arts and crafts on the base doesn't actually sell arts and crafts items. Are you on a military base, Sarah? Why did I not know that? Why did I think it It says, but you found some coffee cup sleeves in the office that are corrugated and you think you found your Japanese roof. That's great. That's awesome. Oh, you work on a base. Cool. All right, I have an X-Acto blade somewhere. Oh no! Do you see what I did? This is what I get for having too much crud on my desk. Here's my little X-Acto. I'm just going to cut these to be flat so that I can add texture. That's not going to work. We'll just glue it straight on. That will work. Now the trick is, see how this, can you see this one, how you can see the top and it's flat? I need to put gel on that once it's dry so that it covers it. We're camouflaging at the same time, right? Okay, I need one more and maybe one more here, and then we're done and we can put more gel on and be done. You gotta hit it with the hairdryer to cure the outer layer so when you bump it, you're not getting, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Give me 1 second. So, Sarah's ideas, if Sarah's idea works, I'm gonna give her some points because that's a good idea. I'm bumping into things. Get a tiny desk fan, yes. Yes, for sure. Ah, no, that's the first one that fell off. Okay, that's why I put a little bit of this Instacure on it right away to keep things from falling. Okay, we need one more. And then I can be putting on the rest. Okay. Scissors. Use desk fans at work. It works well. Good. Is that to help your... What happens if you're painting with a desk fan, though? Does that make it harder to blend when your paint is drying so fast? Or is that only when you're trying to dry stuff? Sarah has 2 little fans. They're shaped like bunnies. So funny. So I'm getting little pieces. There we go. All right, last one. You pointed away from you. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, there we go. Now, shall I desk fan it real quick? Hold on, I don't have a desk fan, but I do have a hairdryer. See, this is drying clear already in spots. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna put, where's my good brush? There we go. I really like this Liquitex. This is probably my favorite. Look at how firm that is. It's heavy, heavy body gel. See, and that just stays right there. That's nice. And then I can sculpt it over if I want to kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. And see how did you see how I tap? This is also like a painting technique called impasto. Impasta? Impasto. Something like that. There we go. Separate it over there. Go over the top. Make sure to get it over the top so that it feels natural. Impasta? Am I trying to make people feel hungry? No, but we do that quite a bit on our show, don't we? We talk about food. So, speaking of food, I don't usually share stuff about like my diet or anything, but I really need the support and the encouragement because the reason why my uncle passed was because he had AFib, like arterial fibrillation or something, and my dad actually had something similar, and it's like a Bauer thing to have heart disease, and so I really need to get on the ball with my health. And so I gained a bunch of weight after my dad passed, and I want to try to lose it again because I felt so much better, and I had a whole bunch of symptoms, like kind of all my anxiety went away when I lost weight. That was really amazing because it was like I had it and then it was gone once I lost weight because yeah. So I want to get back on track. Fibrillation is no joke. I know. Hey, Slaughtershot just started following. Thank you so much for following, Slaughtershot. Welcome to the class. So how yeah, I don't want to get it. I know that it can be scary. So many people in my family, like both sides of my family, have heart disease. And all of the Bauers, like my dad wasn't even 70. And he and all my brothers and all his brothers and sisters are gone. And so are my grandparents, on that side. Both sets of grandparents are gone. But I don't want to just have 20 years, right? I want to be around. So that is what I need, the encouragement and support. So what do we post? Portable mini fan, USB rechargeable small fan. Oh, sweet. Pink bunny. I got to look at this. Hold on. This is Sarah's bunny fan. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. That's a really good idea too. It's only $10. It works pretty well. Nice. Curious what my basics class is going to be like. And Lamunas. So we just paint a mini from start to finish. And it's pretty basic mini. And like I said, it's a basics class. You'll learn how to, 3 colors and a wash kind of thing. So there we go. We've got our water. That is all going to cure. Let me try hitting it with a hairdryer. I'm going to take a second. And I'm going to... Oh, J. Crud just subscribed. Yay. Mad love, J. Crud. Let's give some hype. Tier 3 for 2 months in a row. That's amazing. Don't forget, J. Crud, if you want a half hour of video coaching, you get that with your Tier 3 subscription. You just have to set it up with me. You have to message me. So if you have a Tier 3, it's on you to message me, but that's part of your subscription. So if that's, thank you. What would you do without me? Yeah, right? You got to keep me around. I need your support. Let's give some hype to J. Crod. There we go for 2 months in a row. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to mute and then I'm going to hair dry and see if that sets up a little bit, and hopefully it will. So give me 1 second while I turn my mic off. Where's my mic? Here we go. Okay, that totally worked. That gave a nice skin on everything. I mean, if I bump it, it still might, you know, damage it a little bit, but it's on its way. So, okay, we can set that aside to dry. Do you guys want to take a quick peek at Peppercorn? Do you want to see Peppercorn? She might hang out with me on my shoulder. I've been kind of training her to sit on my shoulder. Tell me what you think. We haven't seen her in a few days, have we? For those of you guys who don't know, we just got a African fat-tailed gecko, and she's adorable. They're all like, yes, yes. You want to see? We got an African fat-tailed gecko, and her name is Peppercorn, and she is the sweetest thing ever. I'm going to get her out. Let's see. Let me put this where it won't get in anything. There we go. Everybody's like, yes, yes, yes. Ooh, her cage is all humid now because I put her fogger up a little too high. That's okay. She's been needing a little moisture. Peppercorn. Peppercorn. Are you all foggied out now, huh? Yep, she's a little bit... Oh, she's a cutie. Get all the dirt off of her. So there she is. She's a little bit spooked by the light. They don't really like light. Let's see if I can put her. There we go. She's a little bit wet because I put the fogger on too high. So there she goes. She likes to hang out. I know. She's a little girl. She's a little sweetie. It's Wanty. Aw, thank you for the cheer, Kazia. Yeah. Be afraid. You jumped on right time. Yes, Krista, this is Peppercorn. She's our African fat tail. I think she might become the new mascot for the channel. Although Mike has been my mascot, so I don't know how he'll feel about that. Yes, she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. She really likes being on my shoulder. And the reason why she's called Peppercorn is because of her coloring. This brown part especially is kind of like a... Yeah, he can be my jar opener. Yeah, she snuggles too a little bit. Dump Mike. No, I'm not going to dump Mike. Fat tails are super chill. Minis by Applesauce. Do you have one or have you had one before? I'm a brand new lizard owner. This is my first lizard. And so, you know, I'm trying to get her tamed. Oh, she was a rescue, wiggliest gecko. Yeah, why would I dump him when he can open jars? Really likes being on my shoulder. I think she feels secure up here because she doesn't move around a lot. She likes it there. Peppercorn, what are you doing? She's a good girl. All right, what could we do while we have one more thing left to paint. You have one and you had a couple as a kid? Nice. What, do you have a specific, so now I'm all interested in fat tail geckos. Did she just climb up a little bit more? She's like, I want to be secure. Yeah. You want to be secure. She likes this shoulder too. So that's good because that's a good camera shoulder too. Where are you going? Where are you going? He's showing off to you guys. Oh my gosh. You've had different reptiles growing up? You're a super herp head. Awesome. Well, I'll have to message you and get all the advice. I'd love to talk reps. Look at her. She's really, I've never had her on stream like this. She's looking. Looking. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Nice and fat. Yeah, she's got a nice fat tail. She's actually pretty little for her age. She's 2 years old. Here, let me put her overhead here. I'll show her to you guys. Nice little fat tail. But she's a little girl compared to the 3-year-old geckos I saw that were just a little. She wants to go over there and hide. See why we call her Peppercorn? She's a sweetie. Yeah. You get these nice little fat tails. Oh, she's such a good girl. I'm gonna put you back up on my shoulder. Never got very big, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's good. This is what I was gonna work on for the last 10, 15 minutes or so. We have to paint this little bitty lantern. I started painting it, and I wanted to show you with this water mixable oil what I can do. I can put this on here and blend it like a dream. Yeah, she does look like she wants to go adventuring. She wants to hide. She really likes to hide. Oh no! I'm gonna have to put that on later with a little Bondic. We'll paint it now and put it on in a minute. So you can see how well that water mixable oil blends. See that? Shoshie's familiar. Ah, Katie Mage, where did you get that? That is so cute. It is a gourd. It is a gourd, but it's got like, I want to make it into a gourd lantern. Maybe I should make it just into a gourd. See, now I'm confused. All right, it's going to be a gourd. Cattails are very shy, but they're sweet and relaxed. Yeah, they are. I really like them. She is relaxed. She's so chill. Although sometimes she'll jump if she gets spooked. This is Iroko. Mix it a little bit with my white. A little bit. That's not covering because it's got too much medium in it. Oh, it could, I don't think it's a sake bottle. I think it's a gourd. It's either a gourd or a lantern. There we go. There we go. That's covering better. Much better. Tiny, tiny little gourd. You think maybe I could get her used to... We'll definitely bring her out for the Wednesday night because she'll be more awake. Like right now it's like her 4 a.m. because it's 4:20 p.m. and they're nocturnal. She'd rather be out at night. And she's probably a little grumpy at me for waking her up. Oil does blend better than acrylic, that's why, and it is a gourd. Okay, good. We'll make it into like a little gourd then. Hard to see. Drunk Panda Boy. It's not drying very fast because I put that oil on the bottom of it, so probably need to set that aside. Let's paint this little rope. Put a little wash on it too. That was the hard thing about feeding them. They want to be fed at night, but you're usually feeding them at the day and the busy. Oh, okay. So I'm able to feed her pretty good at night. I do check on her. You know what? I just realized that should be red. I do check on her. Oh, she's tickling me. Are you tickling? Did you turn around? Look at this. She turned around. Look at there. There's her face. He says hi. Capricorn. She's never done this before. Oh, she don't like that. See how she arches her back? They don't like that. Nope. Come here. Put you back. Put you back. Such a cutie. All right, I'm going to put her back in her cage because she's not happy right now. Wants to go hide. And her cage is way too wet. But it's okay because they like humidity. And that thing will dry out within a couple hours because it's just so dry down here. So I'm not worried because I've been having trouble actually keeping it humid enough. So a little bit of humidity. She's a suspicious little lizard. Yes, she is. What do they eat? They eat crickets and mealworms. It's almost like having two pets because we have the crickets and then we have the gecko. It's kind of funny. All right. There we go. That's supposed to be red. Yay, Protomaker just subscribed. Thank you, Protomaker, mad love. Give some hype to my husband for subscribing to me. The 14 months in a row. Isn't that great? Crickets mostly, they can eat all kinds of stuff. Dubias, mealworms, normal bug lizard fare. I don't know if I kind of like the whole feeding process, so I wouldn't want to do an auto feeder, especially because I don't even know how you'd set that up. You've been demoted to jar opener. We are almost to the end of the stream. In fact, it is 4:24 right now, so we'll be looking for somebody cool to stream. If anybody wants to make any suggestions, I think Obaka TV might be on. If he is, I'm gonna post him because I love him. Hold on, Spear just missed me. Oh, sweet. Okay. Let's see if Obaka is on. I like to host him every now and then. Nope, he's not on. Let's see. Relians. I haven't. Oh, but he's making something. Okay. There's not. So Maharoon is on. Studio J is on. We could host Studio J. He's making something cool. Does anybody have any other? Key Lime is on. We could host. We haven't hosted Key Lime in a while either. Any ideas? Any Centropic? That's a good idea. Maroon. Chris Frosson. Let me see this. Poker Stars? No, Mike. Hold on. Let me see what J Crud, because I have not heard of this person, and I'm really interested in meeting new people if I can. Oops. Okay, let me see how this person, are they painting minis or just painting paintings? All right, let's do this Chris Frozen. I've never seen him, and it looks like he's painting something cool. He's only got 5 people watching him, so when we spam him, he's gonna be happy, I bet. All right, let's do this. Let's do our Mad Love / Mad Love. Wait, exclamation. Yeah, I'm gonna Google Chinese gourd. That's a great idea. Cajun Mage. All right, guys. If you already have our emotes, spam our emotes. If you don't, you can cut and paste this Mad Love from Shoshie's Minis that I've got here. And we're gonna raid this guy, Chris Frozen. Okay, here we go. All right, Mad Love, guys, here. All right. I won't be back until next Monday, and then we'll be doing who knows what. So, but tune in, and we'll be back, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye.